What did the insurance company tell you?
We're very sorry. That's why we encourage you to buy flood insurance.
More than a week after Helene, this is where the water level is in Brousseau's backyard. But he says at its peak, the water got all the way up there. Take a look at those leaves trapped along the balcony fence. Like tens of thousands of people in Helene's path of destruction, the Brousseaus don't have flood insurance. In fact, an NBC News analysis shows only about 2% of homes had flood insurance. In Asheville's Buncombe County, less than 1% of homes were protected.
Because you really don't see many private insurance policies covering flooding. We know that's going to be a special effort.
FEMA does offer some help for people affected by floods who don't have flood insurance, but payments are typically a fraction of the amount needed for repairs, an amount that could bankrupt a typical household, leaving families like the Brousseaus in limbo.
I don't think I'm going to come back here. I don't think it's worth rebuilding.
FEMA has spent hundreds of millions of dollars on both shelter and on support for migrants. What they do is they reimburse states, cities, or towns that have come out of pocket to try to house the migrants themselves. In some cases, the money goes directly for shelter. But it's a specific pool of funding that FEMA calls its SSP, its Shelter and Service Program. That actually goes to Customs and Border Protection first, and then FEMA administers that money. And take a look here. You can see over the last 2 years, the specific dollar amounts that were spent on this Shelter and Service Program, $340 million. And then this last year, 2023, $363 million.
President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, has thanked Joe Biden and the US Congress for a new military aid package, which is worth more than $8 billion.
That COVID relief money went to illegal aliens to the tune of $1,000 per person, making sure that money went to illegal aliens. And she shows up to survey the storm damage a couple days ago, and she says that we're going to give $750 to the people suffering from these devastating storms.
Providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door to interact personally with folks, especially those who do not have electricity. But also that aid, if you have electricity, can be applied for online. And I encourage people to do that. FEMA will just basically verify your address, and then process should take hold. FEMA is also providing tens of thousands more dollars for folks to help them be able to deal with home repair, to be able to cover a deductible when and if they have insurance, and also hotel cost.
Today we're going to talk about Serious Needs Assistance. Serious Needs Assistance is a program that FEMA just rolled out this past May. It is a one-time $750 payment per household to eligible survivors in the declared disaster area. Once you have applied for FEMA, then an assessment is made to determine what kind of services you are eligible for. Oftentimes, we don't have all the information. You're going to receive calls or a letter from a phone number you may not recognize. That's very important to answer that call or to return the call should you receive a letter with questions about your application.
That it's just taking a long time for their applications to be approved in the first place. Is there anything they can do to follow up to ensure that their application is in some sort of, kiosk or in the right place?
Sure. Go to a disaster recovery center.
Okay.
Talk to a case manager about your file. Get on the phone. If you haven't heard from FEMA in a few days, stay in touch with FEMA. Okay. There's probably questions about documentation or identity. We don't care about your eligibility status in terms of immigration, as long as there is an applicant that's living at your home that is a minor under the age of 18 with a social security number. Additionally, I will say that some of our payments are direct pay. Some applicants have asked to receive that payment by check. Mm-hmm. If we look at our folder and say, hey, we sent this check out to you 10 days ago, Are you living at the home that you registered with? Have you moved to some other area? And we're going to take a look and see if we know that we mailed a check 10 days ago and you haven't received it, then we need to put a stop payment on that check and we need to get another check reissued to you.